Hi, and welcome back to class. So we're working on Module 3 now. And so with this section, we're going to continue to look at political economy. And so we're looking at the economics of politics. And we're going to continue on through the Constitution. And this is really how the book sets things up with looking at economics at first. And then we'll get into the structure of our system. So this week we're going to really focus on our discussions and have one drop box. And I will go through the assignments here. So on this week I want you to start responding to the Module 2 discussions. I know this is different than you had it in most classes before if you had online classes. And the way this class will work is we'll have a flow of discussions where each week you will post an initial thread for next week's discussion. And it's really important that you do this on time, because if you want to receive full credit and be able to participate in the discussion, you have to have your first post up. Each week I want you to wait until it's past midnight on Sunday. I know some people have went ahead early and started posting, and I understand, that's the first week we're doing this, and that's a mistake that gets made, and it was partly my fault. I don't explain this well enough at the beginning, but going forward, make sure that this doesn't happen again. So you'll log on to the post that you put last week. I want you to log on at least 3 different days, and on each thread, so there's 2 different threads that you wrote. On each thread, I want you to post a response, at least 1 per day for 3 days. I would like to see you do more. You could do numerous threads. In fact, my best students usually have a lot of responses and they have actual discussions. But it's important to log on to each discussion on at least 3 different days. Not 3 different times, but 3 different days. And that way, like I said, you can have a discussion and communicate with each other. And the way this works is a discussion is an area that's really rich for understanding the content of the class, so you get to actually apply this information and get a little more deep with it. So I'll go over that again with you at the end, but make sure you log on at least 3 different days to each of those posts you did on A More Perfect Union, that first video from Constitution USA, and from the Chapter 1 discussion. And you're going to go on at least 3 different days and do a post at least on each of those days. So at the end of the week, you should have 6 different responses, 3 on each of the 2 threads. And then you're going to complete the Constitution USA Part 2 Dropbox, read the 3rd chapter of the text, and complete the Chapter 3 quiz. Once you're done with that, I want you to post an initial post for the Constitution USA discussion and a Chapter 3 discussion on free markets. So, again, you're just going to post your initial response to this Module 3 discussion. So, you have until midnight of next week, Sunday, to get those done. And again, I'll go through this here with you just to show you what needs to be done. So, you'll go to the Module 2 discussion, and you will have your responses posted here on each of these. Like I said, some of you have already started posting. That's okay. This first time I understand that happens. Just make up for it with another post after midnight tonight. Then watch the Constitution USA Part 2 video. I hope you're enjoying those. I find Sagal to be very funny and relevant. He takes the information from the Constitution and brings it to something that you should be interested in. One thing I think is important to understand when you're in college is, who cares about this stuff? And this actually takes the Constitution, which is something a lot of people don't take the time to understand, and it makes it something that's understandable for you. And it also shows you why you should care about it. It's an important document, very important for our class and our country. So make sure you understand that. Quiz 3 will open tonight. I will change the dates on these to be the correct date. get that done. Again, make sure you take these with the open book. I encourage you to have an open book for all these quizzes. But also read the chapter beforehand. Don't take the quiz while you're reading it. Read the chapter and then go ahead and use your book to refer back to. And then we'll have a Module 3 discussion where you do your initial post. Again, you're going to discuss a main takeaway from the new video. And the way this works is, there's about 30 people in this class. If I have 30 different responses and what you took away from it, that's great. I want you guys, hopefully, to each have something new that you took. And then when other people read your post, they can learn something and discuss those. It's a way to really have a good time with this. Then we're going to look at the free market. So the authors of the text claim that the free market has always been fiction. And I want you to write if you agree with this statement and then explain your answer. So you can agree with it or not, but I want you to explain why you do or don't agree with that. So again, if you have any questions, make sure you email me. I'm usually checking this every day, and we'll get back to you very fast. And I really enjoy reading what you guys are posting so far. I think we're gonna have a great semester. So again, I just want to remind you guys on Module 2 to go ahead and log on to at least 3 different days. And I do not want to see anybody wait until next Sunday, until the 10th, and log on and do 3 different posts on that day. That will result in you not receiving full credit. Also, so make sure you have at least the 6 posts between these 2 discussions, for the week. Again, you should be able to get this started pretty early, and if you guys are doing this right, you'll have discussions and people will get back to you and ask you questions and you can answer them. It shouldn't be very difficult to have your posts and responses. And make sure by next Sunday you have Module 3 completed. All right, well, thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing from anybody who has any questions. Take care.